Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to WrestleScope Live. I am John. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And oh my goodness, what a show we've got for you today. And we've got some big news. I got to figure out exactly where my graphic that I had, though, went to. Here we go. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you once again. It is WrestleScope Live. I am John. We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. We are also on Facebook Live and, of course, TikTok. And we are going to start with huge breaking news out of the world of wrestling. That's right. We have breaking news that literally just came out within the last 10 minutes. It has been announced. Ring of Honor, Super Card of Honor, dem boys and the top guys. That's right. The ROH World Tag Team Championship. It is the Briscoe brothers defending against the AAA Tag Team Champions, FTR. Friday, April 1st at the Curtis Caldwell Center in Dallas, Texas. This is huge. This is a huge match right here, and Tony Khan is making it happen. Dream match. You can honestly say dream match right here. Tony Khan tweeting this out just moments ago. I'm excited for this. I am super excited for this. I wasn't sure if I was going to order Super Card of Honor because I'm supposed to be out of town on that day. But I'm telling you, for this match alone right here, that match right there, sorry, TikTok, you can't see it. That match right there, I'm all for it. So again, it's within the last 15 minutes, it was announced the Briscoe brothers defending the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship against FTR at Ring of Honor Super Card of Honor. Add that on with Bandito and Jonathan Gresham for the ROH World title. This is going to be an absolutely crazy show. Add into that, we've gotten word, we've seen now that New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced that at the Windy City Riot, April 16th in Chicago, it will be Jon Moxley taking on Will Ospreay. That is going to be a huge show, and I'm telling you, I'm going to look right now. Doggone it. Windy City Riot, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I need to figure out how to get to that show. I need to figure out how to be at that show just to see that match right there. Yeah. Will Ospreay going to be there? Jay White, Tomohiro Ishii, Jeff Cobb, Juice Robinson, David Finlay, Fred Rosser, Jonah, Brody King, Rocky Romero, Jon Moxley. Holy crap, that is going to be an incredible show. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at tickets right now because you know what? I may just have to find a way to get myself some tickets. I'm just looking to see what is still available for this show, Saturday, April 16th. Wow, there's actually ringside tickets still available for that show. Holy, all right. Who wants to buy ringside tickets for John and WrestleScope to be at Windy City Riot in Chicago? No, I'm kidding. No. I'm kidding. Wait, which one is awesome, Michael? Yeah, both. I mean, that's huge right there. Both of those are huge. Right there, Moxley and Ospreay in Chicago, April 16th. April 1st, you get FTR and the Briscoes for the ROH Tag Team Championship. That, I'll tell you right now, with just the two matches that I know of for sure, Bandito versus Gresham, and then the Tag Team Championship match, I'll take those two over 2 nights of WrestleMania, hands down, without a doubt, okay? Absolutely no doubt in mind about that. All right, hang on a second here. I got to go to, there we go. We got the Twitch up and running. So already in the first 5 minutes of the show, we're talking about huge stuff. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm getting, I apologize if you just heard audio in the background there. I'm sorry. Hey guys, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Holy crap, man! I gotta save this picture. Hold on, I gotta save that image of the I'm sitting here. I'm literally just shaking in my chair right now over the announcement of that match of the Briscoes and FTR. I mean, that is just, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, right there, that match is bigger than literally anything than WrestleMania. Eric, what's up? I don't know if I should do it. Should I do it? You may notice I'm going to get in trouble for this. Something new in the collection. The old IWGP Heavyweight Championship belt with the names on it. So now it's Johnny Trace belts. Eric, you got to get it right. Matt Cardona ain't gonna have nothing on me. Open it. You want me to open the case? You want me to open the case? All right. Up. I'm trying to do this one-handed. The original first belt right here. The WWE Intercontinental Championship belt, which Cody Rhodes made famous again. Yeah, Ospreay, man, I'm telling you. Leo Vega, when are the Hardy Boys going to face Enzo and W. Morrissey? First of all, Enzo and W. Morrissey aren't a tag team anymore. And second, I don't know. Yes, Miz had this belt as well, but Cody is the one that brought it back. So, all right. On to other news tonight. Smackdown. Oh, yeah, Smackdown's going to be such a great show. Yeah, that's, where did I have it? Okay. Smackdown tonight, which I think is going to do really bad ratings tonight, just simply because of the NCAA men's basketball tournament going on. WWE Champion Brock Lesnar will collide with the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Yeah, we still got 2 weeks left until WrestleMania. We still got 2 weeks left until WrestleMania. So it's still going. It's still going. So we get that. We get Kofi Kingston versus Ridge Holland. And of course, Butch and Sheamus will be at ringside. Spoiler alert, since Big E is gone, King Xavier Woods will be back tonight. And we get Naomi and Sasha Banks taking on Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, two of the three teams that are involved in the women's tag team triple threat match at WrestleMania. And we get Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders versus Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, and Jinder Mahal. The Baron Corbin mid-card vortex continues. But we get that match tonight, which was supposed to have happened last week, and it won't. I'm sure we're going to see something with Austin Theory and Pat McAfee. But really, that's as of right now. Let me see if there's anything new. You know what? We're gonna share some news coming from Fightful Select right now. Fightful Select has confirmed a report from Wrestling Observer that Kenny Omega isn't slated to come back anytime soon. Fightful heard around the time of AEW Revolution that Kenny Omega was still getting surgeries and recovering from a variety of injuries. One AEW star told Fightful Select it was unreal the amount of things he had worked through in order to stay in the ring, but that he was looking to heal up from a variety of issues. Now, Wrestling Observer, they reported that Kenny Omega is recovering from knee surgery and is set for sports hernia surgery at the end of this month. In addition, Fightful was told that Omega had sinus issues that he'd looked to clear up over the past several months and a shoulder problem that he was hoping to avoid surgery on. Wow. That's a lot going on with Kenny Omega, so we may not even see him back in time for Double or Nothing. Let's see, an expiring contract, and this one doesn't come as much of a surprise because we have not seen him on TV in months. Marco Stunt, he's let's see. Okay, we're told Marco Stunt, this is from Fightful Select, hasn't been backstage at Dynamite tapings in months, and there hasn't been any creative plans mentioned backstage for him during that period. There's also been merchandising designs for Jurassic Express that don't feature him at all and no references to him at all. It appears... Okay, Joey Janela, who had an interview with Denise Salcedo, and if you have not watched that video yet, you really need to, where he was talking about how basically he had a ton of heat backstage from AEW because of injuring Eddie Kingston. Janela told Denise Salcedo that AEW had ghosted Marco Stunt, which they have also heard, and Marco's contract ends in May, which many stars in AEW, their contracts are coming up. So looking at it, it looks like characters like those are not long for AEW. So yeah, it looks like Marco Stunt will be gone very soon. Joey Janela will be gone. I've heard a few rumors that Peter Avalon could potentially be on that list as well. No confirmation on that, but yeah, it's looking tough. It's really looking tough. But great job, as always, by Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful Select for having great news out there. I'll tell you, they do an amazing job, the team that they have over there. So lots of news right there in the world of wrestling. What was the other thing we were going to talk about today? Hang on a second. I need to look and see here. What was the other thing we were going to... I had something else in the queue for the show today, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh my goodness. Gotta love that mid-afternoon brain fart. No, that was actually all I had on there today. We've talked about the Briscoes and FTR. We've talked about Xavier Woods returning, Moxley and Ospreay, the news updates from Fightful Select, which they have some amazing things. I'll tell you, okay, I get nothing out of this. I am just a simple fan, but I will tell you, if you don't sign up for news from Fightful Select, you really should, because they are always on top of so many different things, and it is definitely worth it. I'll tell you, there's only a couple of subscriptions that I have as a wrestling channel, as a wrestling content creator, and Fightful Select is one of them. And I don't get a plug for this, or I'm plugging them as a fan. I get nothing in return for this at all. But I have a great appreciation for what they do, and I encourage you, if you really want to be more in the know of what's going on, they've got a lot of the backstage information, and they do as much vetting as they possibly can. Unlike some other wrestling journalists out there that just throw whatever they can to the wall and see what sticks. I mean, these guys, they're not perfect, because nobody is, and they'll have people feeding them wrong information from time to time. But I'll tell you, Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful Select, they do a fantastic job doing what they do. All right. What else do we got to talk about today? Oh, Leo. I did not see that from Enzo. What is AEW going to do with William Regal? Well, we know he is basically the figurehead, the manager for Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson and that group that they're going to be putting together. They've got, looks like they're going to have Wheeler Yuta coming in. I'm sure they're going to have somebody else coming in, and eventually it is going to lead to the Violence faction, as the new shirt that Bryan Danielson has in AEW just says Violence on it. It's going to be the Violence faction taking on the Jericho Appreciation Society. Will it be a Double or Nothing? I don't know. Will they wait until All Out in August? Not 100% sure. We shall see. Sorry, September. That'll be September. I would actually kind of like to see it wait that long, because you could get a summer-long build for it. That you're not trying to rush it and fast track it. I mean, we are still, what, 9.5, 10 weeks out from Double or Nothing, and who knows what in the world is going to happen at that point in time. If Kenny Omega is going to be out for the long term, I don't see the Trios tag team titles coming anytime soon to AEW. They will wait, and we will probably see a tournament start in maybe July, with the first Trios champions being crowned at All Out in September, which would be kind of disappointing, because I was really hoping we'd see it sooner, but you could get a lot of build before that. All right, just trying to scroll through and see if there's anything else that we can talk about today. Otherwise, this is going to be kind of a short show for a Friday. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, you know, this is the most news we've had all week long, really. I mean, positive news. Because obviously we had a very difficult beginning to the week. Oh, we did see the reunion of the Motor City Machine Guns last night on Impact. That's exciting to see. I love seeing those two guys together, and they're doing a great job. Impact is doing a great job with their tag teams down there. We've got the NWA Crockett Cup coming up so very soon. Not sure how much of that I'm going to talk about, just because I have not really stayed up to date on what is going on with the NWA, and there's a lot of those teams I'm not really familiar with. So I think it would be somewhat of a disservice for me to talk about it, not having as much knowledge as I would like to. If I could come up with enough information on Crockett Cup and everything going on with the NWA before it happens, I will. And well, it's this weekend, so it's going to be kind of difficult. We shall see, though. I'm going to try. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to order it either. But we'll have to see what ends up going on this weekend. But I am curious to see what ends up happening with Matt Cardona and Nick Aldis. That is a match I would really like to see. Because, you know, Matt Cardona has done amazing stuff for himself since being released from WWE, and Nick Aldis literally on his broad shoulders carried the NWA flag, and has for a long time. Was a fantastic champion when he was champion, and now he's going after that title again. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with that. A couple of birthdays to shout out, and got to give credit to the NWA for this. Amazing broadcaster, a legend that I wish we still had around today, Lance Russell. He would have turned 96 today. And Rick Martel. Yes, Rick Martel, former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, former Intercontinental Champion in the WWE. He turns 66 years old today. So a couple of big wrestling birthdays right there. What do you guys want to talk about? Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Let's see. Oh, Eric, yes, SmackDown is on tonight. Yep, SmackDown is on tonight. But like I said, viewership is going to be way down because of the NCAA tournament. Well, Leo asked the question, when is the new Ring of Honor going to start with Tony Khan? It looks like it's going to happen at Supercard of Honor. I think he is working together with Ring of Honor management, as they had kind of started planning Supercard of Honor long before Tony Khan ended up buying the company. So I think full-fledged Tony Khan taking over will probably be. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I gotta answer a question here in a second. Sometime in April, I'm guessing. Nothing has been really confirmed by Tony Khan of when he is going to start completely booking things, but you've got to think FTR versus the Briscoes. That's got Tony Khan written all over it. Which link am I sending you? Are you talking about the New Japan Windy City match? Is that what you're talking about? I can attempt. I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work. If you're talking about the pace, if you're talking about the Windy City Riot for New Japan Pro Wrestling in Chicago with Moxley and Ospreay, let's see if it posts. There is the link right now in the YouTube and Twitch chat. So WWE versus AEW Dream Match. Wow. So are we talking about current talent right now where they are at? It would have to be Seth Rollins versus somebody, or Roman Reigns versus somebody, Brock Lesnar, somebody that they haven't faced yet. If he was healthy, Seth Rollins and Kenny Omega. Definitely Seth Rollins and Kenny Omega. Wow, that's a tough one. On the women's side, there's really nobody. Becky Lynch and Britt Baker. Oh, hold on, Lucas. Hang on. MJF would wipe Miz. He would wipe the floor with Miz. Miz is good on the mic, but MJF, he's of that CM Punk school of promos. He would destroy him in a promo battle. Yep, yeah, Becky Lynch versus Britt Baker for sure. Let's see, who else? Leo's asking, am I going to Money in the Bank in Vegas this year? Not right now. I do not have any plans for any travel to any big shows. All Out would be the first one, maybe. And I'm not sure about that. We have to see how things are going. Because here, let's take a moment here. I don't talk about personal life too much here on WrestleScope because it's a wrestling channel. But let's talk about a couple things since we've got a little bit of time here. All right, so you guys have noticed over the last 3 weeks, I've all of a sudden come back and have been doing a lot more stuff on the channels here. And I'm doing that because, well, I'm not working right now. I'm not working my job anymore. That came to an end a little over a month ago, actually 5 weeks ago. So I've been in the process of kind of trying to figure out what I'm doing next. And is that background music too loud? I'm going to turn it down just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit because I feel like I'm trying to talk over it. So that's why, I decided 4 weeks ago to come back and do this channel again because, first of all, I have the time. Second of all, it's something I loved doing before I started that job I just left. And I'm trying to figure out what it is next that I'm going to be doing in my career and in my life. And I think I've come to a decision through consulting with a couple of people. I still need to talk to a couple more people. I don't know if I'm going to make, I may share it with you guys on here just because. So, but back to Leo's question on TikTok, am I going to be going out to Vegas for Money in the Bank? Obviously, when you're not working, when you don't have a steady income coming in and you're living off of savings, it's kind of hard to plan for wrestling trips. It's kind of hard to do that. So as of right now, the earliest one potentially would be, unless I could somehow figure out a way to get to Chicago, which is only a 90-minute drive. So driving down to Chicago is not a big deal. But being able to get to that New Japan Pro Wrestling show in April, I don't know. We'll have to see. I would sincerely hope I could make it now just for the Ospreay Moxley match. That'd be great. But any other big shows, that the next one would probably be All Out. A possibility there. If anything happens in St. Louis, maybe with Full Gear again this year. I don't know. But I don't have any plans or intentions as of right now to be going to any big shows because, again, I would be like everybody else. I would be paying for a ticket. I am not in that echelon of, wrestling content creators that can just, can get media passes whenever they want. I've put in with AEW twice for media passes and, just to get my name out there, knowing I wasn't going to get them, but just to get my name into the cycle with them. So they start recognizing like, hey, this guy has been putting in for him. He is putting in the work. If they do research on who I am, who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll get lucky. We'll see. All right, couple more questions coming in here. We've got one. What do you think about Thunder Rosa? I am super excited about the new AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa. I've been a fan of her since she was in NWA before coming over to AEW. First time I saw her on the screen, I'm like, man, this woman has got it going on. She had the charisma, the talent. I mean, just whether a heel or a babyface, and I became an immediate fan of hers. Is there anything new about WrestleMania? I'm sure we'll get an announcement of something else tonight. They haven't really. When I was with you guys on Tuesday, I believe it was, they had announced 9 matches. No, I'm sorry, 13. There was 13 announced. That's right. And I believe they're planning on somewhere between 18 and 20. They have not said anything about a battle royal. They have not said anything officially about the Intercontinental Championship or we know the United States Championship is going to be defended. It's going to be Balor versus Priest. Possibly a third man added into that one. Don't know who, excuse me. Last week they just announced Usos versus, good grief, Usos versus who for the Smackdown tag team titles? Who the heck was it? I don't even remember now. I'm sure they're gonna have to add some more stuff in. They can't fill 2 days with 6 matches. Hey, Brian, you know what? Hold on. We got to call you out, my brother. The first person I know personally and the first person in the stream to have a beer named after him. Yes, I saw that. West Stallion Brewery naming the BJC after you. That is freaking cool, man. That is really cool. Yeah, but MJF is the ultimate heel. Yes, his mom is such a troll on Twitter when she talks about him. It is absolutely hilarious watching what she says. Yep. Yeah, WrestleMania is not doing anything for me. I am going to watch it just simply because I only have to pay $9.99 a month for Peacock. And I may actually be jumping on a Twitch watch along on night 2. We'll see. I have to get things coordinated with this person. Actually, what we might do, I may convince this person to come on for a little bit on night 1 on my channel, and then I'll jump on this person's channel for night 2. We shall see. Also working on, I haven't officially put out any invitations yet, but I think I may get some of the old band back together to do some WrestleMania predictions. We're gonna have to do a WrestleMania prediction stream, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to get that scheduled in the next probably the next 10 days here, because WrestleMania week is going to be busy. So Brian, real quick in the comments here on Facebook, Put it in the comments real quick exactly what the BJC at West Allian Brewery is. And unfortunately, it's only available at their location in West Allis, right? Put it in here so people can see it. And the really cool thing about it, first of all, is that a beer was named after a good friend of mine. But second of all, proceeds from the beer, a portion of proceeds are going to charity for this, which is really awesome. I love to see that. But yeah, just type up a real quick description. I'll throw it on the screen here. Unfortunately, TikTok can't see it, but Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live can see it. Let's see. Jabril asking, do you think Cody Rhodes will be in WWE? I have no clue at this point. And the Cody Rhodes news has pretty much gone bone dry in the last couple of days. There hasn't been anything since he didn't show up on Monday night in Jacksonville for WWE. There's a lot of questions up in the air, and if he's actually coming in or not. Let's see. I'm getting notifications all over the place here. Here we go. Now, the BJC is a beer with Bailey's, Jameson, and chocolate. So it's an Irish stout beer. It is basically an Irish stout beer, which I'm not a fan of stouts. I am not a fan of stouts, but if you are, this would be an awesome one. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it is only available at the West Allian, right? They don't have it where you can get it anywhere else at this point, I'm assuming. Do I think Rollins and Cody Rhodes will face each other at WrestleMania? Who the heck knows at this point? Okay, I was correct about that. So if you end up being in the Milwaukee area, you need to go check out West Allian Brewery in beautiful West Allis, Wisconsin, home of the Wisconsin State Fair. You need to go check that out there and go visit those guys. I may have to go pay a visit. I haven't been in there yet, and I need to get over there. So back to the question here from Jabril. Do you think Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes will face each other at WrestleMania? Who the heck knows? Who knows? We'll find out on Monday night, because obviously they're going to have to continue on with the whole thing with Seth Rollins is ticked off because he doesn't have an opponent for WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Do I know anything about Bayley? I know Bayley is a free agent within WWE, and she will probably be one of the surprise returns at the Raw after WrestleMania. I don't think we're going to see her at Mania. I think she will be a surprise return to challenge whoever the Raw Women's Champion is. I believe it is going to be Bianca Belair, but we shall see. What is the one storyline that made you mad? Oh boy. Man, there's been a lot of them. There's been a lot that have been frustrating. There's a lot that have kind of irked me, but actually made me mad. Boy, that's a tough one. I got to think on that one for a little bit, Lucas, because yeah, there's been quite a few that have upset me over the years. But one that actually made me truly mad. Oh, yeah, you just brought up a really good... Yeah, Lita and the baby storyline with Kate. That was a really bad time of WWE, too. I mean, they had a lot of junk during that time. That was just one of those. That didn't make me... It takes a lot for WWE or any wrestling company to make me mad. I mean, the most mad I got was when there was the mass releases last fall. That last round of big releases really made me angry. That's not storyline, though. I don't know if you'd consider it storyline, but I'll say the change from the Black and Gold brand to NXT 2.0. I think I have watched 2 full NXTs since that happened. And the only reason I did this last week was I was actually here in the home office in the WrestleScope studios Tuesday night. Usually I am out and have other things going on. Like next week, I won't be watching it. I may watch the replay. We shall see. But I won't be watching it. Leo, who's Oscar? Oscar the Grouch? Oscar Madison? Oscar Mayer Wieners? Which Oscar are you talking about? Yeah, the Katie Vick, but again, that was shock jock wrestling back then. But that was, yeah, Triple H in the coffin with the Katie Vick mannequin. I mean, imagine if his kids go back and watch some of the things he did back during the Attitude Era. Oh my goodness. That's not good. All right. Just trying to see here if there's anything else big happening in the world of wrestling. It doesn't look like it. Okay, as far as WrestleScope Weekly this week, most likely going to do the show tomorrow. It's primarily going to be a recap of all the big stories from this past week. So if you haven't been able to catch up, if you haven't been able to stay on board with things, obviously, the big story was Scott Hall. That is obviously the huge story from the week. But we have some other positive stories. There's obviously the Joey Janela story, WWE Hall of Fame. There may be news coming out of SmackDown tonight. We shall see. I don't know. But as far as time tomorrow, I don't know quite yet. Most likely will be later in the afternoon Central Time tomorrow. That's what I can tell you, because I do have kind of a busy late morning, early afternoon tomorrow. And again, I've got to sit down and I've actually got to come up with the things we're going to talk about. So that will be tomorrow. That will be WrestleScope Weekly tomorrow on all these WrestleScope channels, all these same WrestleScope channels. That's right. But I think I'm actually going to jump out of here for now. We are just about at the 40-minute mark, which is about where we should be. And I got to get ready for a couple of things. Definitely going to watch Tom Collihue today on YouTube. Tom always has some great things in the world of wrestling. And I'm trying to think. Let me just take a jump here real quick and look. I want to see what he has coming up on his show today at, I believe it's 5 p.m. Central Time. Oh, yes, he's going to be taking a look at the WrestleMania 38 match card, a preview and some predictions, which kind of interesting that he's going to be doing predictions already. But Tom does a great job, so definitely check him out. Let me see if I can pull up his channel. You know what? Here, I'm going to get rid of that and going to share one more thing with you here. Again, I appreciate everything that Tom Collihue does, and definitely want more people to jump over to him. He's just a shade over 1,000 subscribers. Let's get that number bumped up a little bit more for Tom Collihue. Here we go. Here's his page right here. It is youtube.com/Tom Collihue. There you go. So make sure you go check him out. 5 p.m. Central Time today. Definitely check out his show. He is also, it looks like he is going to be live tonight during SmackDown. So he's going to do WrestleMania match card and predictions, and then he is going to be live during SmackDown. Do not forget, also, if you are a Rampage fan, don't forget Rampage is going to be on late tonight because of NCAA basketball. I believe it might be the University of Wisconsin that's on TNT tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but looking at probably 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock Central Time, so 11:30 Eastern Time for the start of Rampage tonight. So it's going to be on late. It was pre-taped Wednesday night after Dynamite. I avoided the spoilers because I still want to watch the show. Still going to check it out live if I can. But yes, don't forget, if you tune in at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT, Oh, interesting. Tony Khan. Oh, we got one more here. Fightful Select just put this out. Tony Khan confirms Ring of Honor Supercard will take place despite being against AEW Rampage. Let's see. Here we go. Speaking on Busted Open Radio, Tony Khan confirmed that Supercard of Honor will move forward despite the show taking place at the same time as Rampage. Khan says, it wouldn't have been my first choice for scheduling necessarily. In 2 weeks, it will be a Crown Friday of wrestling. I had not scheduled this pay-per-view, Ring of Honor Supercard, but I really think it's important to me because they sold tickets and made a commitment to the fans to still do the show. I see it as a transitional show in many ways, and I'm really excited about it. For the first show under new management and a transition show, I will relaunch what I hope to be a really great new Ring of Honor television product, a weekly series wherever it does air or stream. This is a great opportunity to put our own stamp on it, but also pay respect to the great Ring of Honor traditions and history with some of the top stars from recent Ring of Honor and great wrestlers who have been in Ring of Honor historically. I'm going to be able to take everyone from AEW and bring them there. Am I going to be able to take everyone from AEW and bring them there? No. But I think this is a cool way to use some of the great wrestlers in AEW who will be available and make it a great show. So we now know Tony Khan does have his hands very heavily on Supercard of Honor and essentially is taking over immediately after that. There will be AEW talent on the show. I forgot about this match. Swerve Strickland versus Alex Zane is also planned for Supercard of Honor. I'm not going to go through the rest of these. All right, yeah, he just goes on to talk about Warner Media and how happy he is that they're allowing the show to go on still. So there you go. Tony Khan talking about Supercard of Honor and Rampage. Will they make a stacked Rampage for that night? Probably not. That could realistically end up being a throwaway show, realistically, because they're not going to want to take away from views of Supercard of Honor. All right, I am going to get out of here now. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the comments, the conversations here, as always. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for WrestleScope Weekly. I will get the time put out there as early as I possibly can so everybody can find out when the show is going to be. Going to be a live discussion about everything that has happened in the world of professional wrestling this past week. And don't forget, you've been seeing it scroll down there at the bottom. Please check out our link tree. Our link tree has links to all of our different social media, also the Patreon page, which I'm working on, Amazon wish list, which is the biggie. Please go check out the Amazon wish list. A lot of cool things on there. But I am John from WrestleScope. Thank you for joining for this Friday edition of the live show. It has been fun, as always. Have a great night. Enjoy wrestling tonight. Hopefully Smackdown will be good. Rampage is going to be a good show. But enjoy it, and I will see you tomorrow for WrestleScope Weekly.